Hey people, Fernando, doing a quick video here for the Modern Survivalist. I was just reading this and it's kind of funny and sad at the same time. It's one of those things that just make you wonder. So it turns out that Rachel Levine, this man that you see here dressed up like a woman, who is the Secretary of of what is it that he is? Assistant Secretary for Health Rachel Levine is making the recommendation that everyone should just keep on wearing a mask. You stop wearing one, okay, get to it right again. Stop wearing a mask. HHS authorized report recommends mask distancing for long COVID. Why? We don't know. Well, let's check this out. Not this again. Masks and social distancing should be mandated or encouraged in public to protect people from possible long COVID, according to a new report commissioned by the Department of Health and Human Services. So they commission a report so as to get the answer that they want, so as to get the guidelines that they hope to impose based on science, is it? Okay. The report by the independent research agency Conforma, published Monday, based in part on interviews with more than 60 people. So they just talked with 60 people, including patients dealing with lingering COVID-19 symptoms, as well as their caregivers and healthcare providers. The recommendations include establishing public policies that perpetually protect everyone from long COVID, including the reinstatement of mask mandate. According to the document, jurisdictions dropping mask mandates some 2 years into the pandemic has made life difficult for those struggling with long COVID. This is nothing. This is insanity to have this man now dictate how you're supposed to live your life. It is beyond insane. I mean, this person, just listen to him for 5 minutes. No, 1 minute.
The government is full speed ahead to confront the climate change emergency. At the Department of Health and Human Services, we are focused on its catastrophic and chronic threats to health.
So, Mr. Levine is also an expert in climate and science and things in general. Well, I would recommend Dr. Levine to learn to read, and once he understands how to read English, he probably knows English, apparently he speaks some of it. So if you learn to read English, what you can actually do is, you see that little surgical mask that he has there in his little hands? Well, these manufacturers have these documents called data sheets regarding the actual information as of the product that they sell. No one manufacturing any kind of surgical mask ever recommends it so as to stop the spread of a virus. It is not a thing. It does not exist. No manufacturer of surgical masks sells a product claiming that it will stop the spread of any kind of virus. Surgical masks are made so as to dentists have something to cover their mouths and not spit in your own open mouth as they're filling up a cavity. Or a surgeon that's practicing or doing some kind of surgery on you, when he's talking with the nurse or other doctors or whatever, he doesn't spit in your open wounds and hopefully stop some serious infection. That's what a surgical mask does. Everything else has only been a lie. You do have protocols and you have equipment to actually stop viruses. Those usually cost thousands of dollars, if not more, and they're just impossible to force people to wear or buy. There's no way of doing that. Even having an actual nuclear, biological, and chemical mask like the one I have, it costs hundreds of dollars, and you cannot force people to do that. This is not about science. This is only about compliance. There's no science backing anything regarding this surgical mask stopping the spread of anything at all. It is all simply compliance. Folks, if you don't understand where we are at right now, if you think that this is just accidental, if you think this is just a joke, that they're just messing with us when they do these kind of things, when they put a man like this, who obviously has very serious mental issues himself and should not be giving advice regarding health, regarding climate, regarding the way you live your life, certainly not getting any, anything even close to deciding how your kids should be living or how they should be mutilated or not. If you think this is all accidental, you're nuts. you're probably as confused as Mr. Levine. So prepare while you still can. You have the channel, you have my books. I strongly recommend that you get these. First, Surviving the Economic Collapse, 3 survival skills. These will give you an upper hand in dealing with what these people have in mind for us. See you on the next video. Take care.